So today we are going to be treating cubic equations. So they say we should solve for x, that we should get the value of x when we have x cubed plus 9x squared minus 12x minus 20 equals to 0. Okay, let me write it. I have x cubed plus 9x squared minus 12x minus 20 equals to 0. So one good thing to notice about cubic equation is that inside cubic equation it has quadratic equation, because notice that everything about this part is a quadratic equation. But cubic equation is an equation, a polynomial equation whose order is 3. That's the highest power of x is 3. And remember I told you that whenever you have x equals to 3, the highest power of x to be 3, it means that you have 3 solutions, you have 3 roots for this equation. I had to go about this is to start, the first thing is to always start from 1. That is, get the factors of x. Check for the remainder theorem. What are the factors of x that can make everything here to be 0? Remember they said that this is equals to 0. So that is how we get it. And whatever we get, we will now use it to divide this equation, since it can work. So let's try. I normally start with 1. So let's say I replace x with 1. Notice that this is 1 raised to the power 3 is 1 plus is 9. 1 raised to the power 2 is 1, then times 9 is 9. Minus 12 minus 20 equals to 0. So this is going to give me 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 minus 12 is minus 2. Then minus 20 is going to give me minus 2 minus 8 minus 22. So if you check this, first of all, it's like, let's say minus here minus 32, then 10 equals to 2. And this should give me, if you remove 10, minus 22 equals to 2. So I remember, sorry, what are you doing? Equals to 0, equals to 0, equals to 0. So this is not equals to 0. What are you even doing? Where did the 2 come from? Hey, good. So let's try minus 1. If 1 does not work, I'll try minus 1. After that, I go to 2, try minus 2. So you see that what we are doing is to look for factor of x. So let's say I come here and put 1 raised to the power 3 plus 9 into 1 raised to the power 2 minus 12 into 1 minus 20 equals to 0. And notice that the 1 is minus this time around. Minus. Somebody will now come and start asking me, how are you getting minus? I said try out values. Counting number starts from 1 to infinity. We need to get x here to be 1, and it did not work. It did not equal to 0. We need to get left hand and right hand side to be equal to 0. So since 1 did not work, we try minus 1. If it doesn't work, we go to 2. Try 2, try minus 2. If it doesn't work, we go to 3. So notice that minus 3, 1 raised to the power 3, minus 1 raised to the power 3, minus raised to an odd number will give you minus 1, plus minus raised to even power will give you plus. So this is plus 9 minus 12 times minus 1 is going to give you minus 12. So if I know that, I'm going to now have the minus 20 equals to 0. So notice that this is going to give me the same thing as saying minus 1 plus 9 is 8, minus 12 minus 20 equals to 0. Let's check. Minus, first of all, let's do this. Minus 12 minus 20 Yes. Minus 12. So I will get minus 32, then 8. So if you do this, it's still not equals to 0. Okay. Yes. It's still not equal to 0. Even though I see that I can actually factorize this. This looks like a cubic equation that can be factorized. But let's not go there first. Let's learn this method first. So let's say I try 2 now. So let's do for 2. So if I put there 2 raised to power 3 plus 9 into 2 raised to power 2 minus 12 into 2 minus 20. This is going to give me 8 plus 2 raised to power 2 is 4 times 9. Then minus 12. 12 times 2. 12 times 2 is yes, 24 minus 20. All equals to 0. All equals to 0. Alright. 18 is around 36. So 9 times 4 is 36. 8 plus equals to 0. So let's do the punching. Let's see what we have. Okay, so 8 plus 36 minus 24 should give me 20. Minus 20 equals to 0. And you know that this is going to 0 equals to 0. So we are not going to do 4 minus 2. So that means that x here is equals to 2. Because 2 was able to replace this value and I got 0 on the left, 0 on the right. If you like, pay attention. It will be better for you if you pay attention, because this is how to solve cubic equation. I've seen some of you, once it's quadratic, you're good to go, but when it comes to cubic, you are panicking. So let's put this phone on airplane mode. So notice that the minute I have this can be the same thing as saying crossover x minus 2 equals to 0, if you remember, because when it goes ahead. So this particular value that I have here, x equals to 2, is a factor. So is a factor. Is a factor. So x equals to 2 is a factor. So this right here, I'll carry it and come. Once I'm able to get the first factor, to get the remaining factor now, I will simply do long division. So this value, which is the cubic equation, which is s raised to the power 3 plus 9x squared minus 12x minus 20, I'll divide it by that factor, which is x minus 2. X minus 2 is the same thing as saying x equals to 2. So I'll use it to divide. So long division method, you remember, I told you that it uses this principle, DMS. Then bring down. So DMSB, daddy, mommy, sister, brother. Daddy, mommy, sister, brother. Okay, so let's do the first one, division. So what if I do s cubed now, that is here, divided by this x? See that I will get x squared. So let me put it here, x squared. So the minute I put this x squared times x is s cubed, multiply, that is m. We've divided, we are multiplying, m. So s cubed. Then x squared times minus 2 will be minus 2x squared. So the minute you finish that, you move to this part, subtraction. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. So we subtract. S cubed minus s cubed is 0. It will get out. Now 9x squared minus minus will become 9x squared plus minus minus becomes plus. So it will be 11x squared. So we've been able to subtract, bring down. Remember I said this is bring down. This is subtract. This is multiply. This is divide. DMSB, daddy, mommy, sister, brother. Alright, so the next thing is to bring down. I'll bring this 12 down, minus 12x. The minute I bring it down, I will go again. I'll repeat the procedure. So I will now do, this is x squared. You seen x squared, Shebim? Sorry, this one is our, what we have up here is what we call quotient, our value. What we have here is our divisor. What we have here is our dividend. We are not going to have any remainder because this thing is a factor of x in this equation. So we now have this x now. Now notice that the first thing I have here is 11x. So bring it out, 11x squared divided by x. That is this x. I will get 11x. Carry that 11x to the quotient. And what value is it carrying here? Is plus. So plus 11x. So 11x times x will give me 11x squared. And 11x times minus 2. See, I have a trick for multiplying 11. Once I see, let's say I have 2 times 11, it will be the same thing as saying bring 2, bring 2. Let's say I have 33 times 11, I will bring 3. Bring 3. 3 plus 3, 6. Alright. So I know a lot of trick. It's just that most of the time, I don't want you to start feeling like, you know, that we are there when we are there. Well, we are there. Alright, so we do 11x times minus 2, it will be minus 22x. Alright, so at this point we've been able to multiply. The next thing is to subtract. Daddy, mommy, sister, brother. Subtract. So we do 11x minus 11x. It will get out. Then minus 12x minus will become plus. So it will become minus 12x plus 22x. So let's do this. It's something as saying 22 minus 12. It's something as saying 22 minus 12, which is equals to, if you remove the yes, it's going to be 10. So you have 10x. You have 10x. So now, next thing after subtraction is to bring down. We'll bring this down, minus 20. Alright, we'll repeat the procedure. I have 10x here, then I have divisor. So you always use whatever you have and the divisor. So I'll do 10x divided by x, this x. I'll have equals to 10. This will cancel this. I have 10. So come and write it here. It's carrying plus. I have plus 10. So multiply 10 times x. 10x. We're always trying to find a way to eliminate the first term. I have 10x. Now 10 times minus 2 is minus 20. So at this point subtract 10x minus 10x will get out. Now minus 20 minus this is something I say minus 20 plus 20, which is 0. Alright, so notice what we've gotten here. We've gotten x squared plus 11x plus 10. So that means we can now bring this down. So the goal, anytime we are solving cubic equation, is to get the common factor. Once we get the common factor, we use the long division to get the quadratic part of it. Then we'll now factor it so that we get 3 roots. So we now have, first of all, x minus 2, if you remember. Then we now have x squared plus 11x plus 10. So that this becomes the same thing as saying, if I use formula method or completing the square, whichever one you choose to use is easy. But I know that trying to use factorization, let's see factorization work. Let's do it here. I have x times 10 to give me 10x squared. Okay, then 10x squared, is there any way I can do 10x squared that if I add it will give me 11? Let's say I have 10x plus x. 10x plus x is going to be 11x. Shebi? Yes. Let's look where. Yes. Okay. So I can use factorization so that this becomes x squared. Replace 11x with this plus 10x plus x plus 10. So we've replaced 11x with this. So remember, we still have this one side, but it's not going to be part of what we are factoring out, because we are trying to factor it out because we know that anything raised to power 2 will give us two roots, and when we add it to here, it completes our cubic equation. So now notice that I have x squared plus 10x one side, then I have x plus 10 on another side. So factor out here, I have x, x can come here so that I have x plus 10. So notice that once you're able to factor the first part out, just put 1 on the outside. In most cases, this is how it always be. So I have x plus 10. If you go here, I give you this. If you go here, I give you this. So I now have x plus 1 and then x plus 10. So when you now bring it down, bring this one down, x minus 2. All right. So which means that these are the three factors. And you know that here, this thing means x equals to 2. And here, this thing means x equals to minus 1. And here, this thing means x equals to minus 10. Yes. When it cross over, if you have x plus 10, this thing is equals to 0. When equals to 0, when it cross over, it becomes minus 10. So how to know if you are correct is the minute you get this answer, these solutions. So we have the 3 solutions. The minute you get the 3 solutions for cubic equation, and remember cubic equation is a polynomial whose highest order is 3. The minute you get it, you can go back. If I go back and substitute this value into the equation, I should have 0. But remember that we've come across this. We've come across when this thing is minus 1. Okay, we got this one. Yes, we got this one. We got this one from the cubic parts, from the quadratic parts. Okay, then the same thing here. So these are the solutions. Yes, okay. It only works for this one, so we don't confuse it. Yes, so we are correct. So remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.